E-gaming bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2? Make a prediction for picks and bans. Playing CSGO? Guess the number of rounds in a certain match. Daily quests for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Starladder iLeague StarSeries Season 3 playoffs. Wow, it gets more of a mouthful every single time. It is going to be map number 3, HellRaisers versus eFuture, as the comeback is truly on. Joining me once again, who doesn't quite believe in the comeback, is going to be Hugo Byron, who is firmly in the eFuture camp.
Let's go, boys. 300 Hertz Mertz represent. Yes, the final map coming up tonight. Give us some music, Tom. Some
that would require like production value and stuff, so
it's the final countdown. Anyway, we're going into Mirage. We were just talking as well between the matches. It's actually really hard to find data on HellRaisers on this map. At least they barely play it. They've had three losses on it in the last 3 months, and that's it. Not really a team that puts too much focus on Mirage.
They're all good teams as well. Like they took North to OT, they lost to SK, and they lost to like HellRaisers while they had Nico. So it's
they
sort
lost
of
to
like
HellRaisers. Wow.
Or whatever. They lost to Mousesports while they had Nico. So
good team.
Maybe they did lose to HellRaisers because they played themselves. But we are going to see the knife underway. Interested to see which side both these teams will play on. Obviously, we've seen some pretty CT-sided halves actually coming out. A bit of a reverse from what we saw previously in the first matchup. Resix baiting them in.
They're all low, so realistically, this is doable now.
I like it. I like how they're actually having a chat.
Oh dear. Oh, for God's sake, don't waste my evening. I mean, there is a legitimate chance he could actually win this one. That's the thing. He'd have to play it pretty dumb, but he could do it. He should be running left and chasing down that guy on the left, but here we go. There we go. There's one. He gets tagged. And both these guys are now right-click away, so if he just hits the first shot, he's got this.
Please, just die. Oh, they actually go for the left click. Okay.
Oh,
it will be the choice of HellRaisers.
I love when he turns around to try and bait them in. That's great. Oh dear. Anyway.
Yeah, we are going to be going in, and it will be the CT side chosen for HellRaisers as well. No surprises there for both these teams. That has been the favoured side as of yet. Now again, this map, we are looking once more at the AWPers. So on Cash, not so much. On Cobble, occasionally. This map, it is the map of the rotational AWP, where you can play so many different angles, aggressive pushes, and basically mid-control can be taken down by a single AWPer if they're on point. So definitely looking at Dead Fox. He's been very quiet so far in this matchup. And well, obviously the man himself, Mertz, who has been probably the star.
As he always is. Cyclone as well and Sandon both doing good work. Towards ramp they go though. It's going to be the full play. The smoke goes out towards the connector there, and the rest of them just going to storm on out of here. That will stop any short rotation here or in through middle at Bondic. He's going to be opening things up. Mertz goes down. The bomb going to be planted regardless here, but they still can't afford to get too aggressive because if they lose a man advantage twofold, it's going to be far harder. They will. Cyclone trades, and now 4-on-3.
Don't actually have much control over towards CT at the moment, but the thing is, the CT players can't actually get down there themselves because of these aggressive spots. However, Sticko will open up, finding one more into the round. Resix trading back, but it's still leaving them in a bit of a predicament, and there is actually a kit at the moment over on CT side already. One will be lost. It's down to Cyclone. The bomb is just being diffused in the smoke. I don't think there's anything he can do. Dead Fox will get the ninja, and they'll even finish him off as well, just to make sure there's no Kevlar over on his side. Now, bomb plant eFuture do love a good force, but I'm sort of hoping in this situation they will opt to just stick with a little bit of investment and get the AKs in the next round.
Yep, best kind of buy to go into this one. They will do so. A couple of PT50s, smoke flash on Cyclone, and that will just be it from eFuture here. So potentially going to be a cleanup, and HellRaisers have actually brought around that as well. They got 1 UMP, rest on FAMAS. I don't know, fairly against the FAMAS myself, but I obviously do understand you don't want to go for the 5-man UMP by right. But
I wanted to see a 5-man FAMAS, so it's a family.
Anyway, up towards Palace they go. Stico going to be playing close there with the UMP. 2 for him. 3 in fact, sorry. Trade almost found. Will be found by Cyclone, and now Mertz is going to be alone. I'm still triggered by that joke. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's so bad, but it's so good at the same time. It's literally one of the worst jokes I think I could ever make. And I think I've only made it once before. But every once in a while I throw it in just to make everybody in the chat feel physically sick. Either way, it is going to be another round on the board for HellRaisers, but the buy comes back up. Now, 5 rifles over on this side, even if they are only the FAMI in play. And, well, other than the 1 rifle onto Sticko. But even still, over on that T side, they don't have a lot of utility, which is something the CTs have an abundance of. And they have a Galil themselves. So, not going to be the best scenario, but we'll see who can actually come out on top. And obviously, for the CT side, they want to get themselves rolling relatively quickly, and they've invested heavily into these last couple of rounds.
Nice opener though. Going to put them in the driving seat for this start. And with only 1 player playing deep in towards the A site, there's a good potential for Razix here up on ramp to actually get an opening kill. Bondik's playing default. Stiko's not really in a great position to support to ramp. He has to focus instead on Palace, where there really isn't too much pressure. Only Mertz pushed up a little bit. And instead turns back into Connector, fully blind. How does he make it out alive there? I don't know. But Angel's got a kill in the meantime. Boost going to come up to trade. Angel will fall. 4v3 retaken back from eFuture, but Aiko is still in a position to get taken down, and he will. Stiko gets it. Mertz trades. Well, Mertz gets a refrag at least in the same time. And now 2 will remain here from HellRaisers. Stiko rotating back into his CT, and 0 coming from short.
With that kill, I wonder what 0 can actually hope to achieve in this scenario. Now, going into the next, they're only going to get 1,400 added on, so the buy looking a little bit sketchy. So if he can save this, maybe it will give them a little bit more of a chance. Looking over towards the Galil, and then actually finds an AK in the meantime. So never mind, he will actually go for the AK instead. Mertz obviously playing very, very well once again. 3 kills for him to start off this match. They will be able to keep 3 players left alive. Now, I do feel that there's quite a likely chance there'll be a buy into the next round, especially with 0 actually finding an AK. It's just what they can actually get in return. Now, he could drop 1, which will probably go over to Sticko, who doesn't actually have any money, but the rest of the team only going to be getting minimal loss bonus.
Yeah, but 3 rifles is obviously important because eFuture, they have their own issues with the economy and they like to counter that by forcing, so at least it's going to give them some cash to play with. HellRaisers not buying up around... Oh, sorry, yes, they are. They are buying up around these rifles. I mean, it works, right? Surprised at the lack of FAMI, but no, UMPI. But they've got the FAMI.
Wait, what? That was just lazy.
I'm surprised at the lack of UMPs, but they got the FAMASs in, so not too bad of a buy here either way. And eFuture, they are just going to be set up outside of B. Bit of a default, but they can split in through mid, potentially go for that short play and then come in through the apartments. That's looking like the setup right now, but HellRaisers not going to be challenging too much. Issue is obviously DevFox is not on that AWP, while he is sitting in towards middle. If you can see, he's just kind of bait peeking, not fully committing to anything. So if the smoke does come down, he'll get that information back off safely. That will be happening. So smoke goes down, and the fact that Aiko is actually coming in through underpass surprises me, because you'd expect that he would be the one splitting inside of B, but maybe they're just playing off of a pick here instead of fully committing them at 5-on-5.
Co looking to take control over middle now. The bomb actually rotating seemingly towards the B site. So they are going to just look to gather up onto short. They're actually going to throw a smoke on short as well to allow them process through Now, with the aggressive Apps position, Zero is going to be the pinnacle in this moment in time. He's already going to catch the first. That's going to be Rezex down, dropping the bomb with only 35 seconds left. They will isolate the player on the site, but they have to find Zero. However, he's going to be left in the open. Mertz will finish him off. Sticko, however, with the cross, is actually going to catch himself 2 players, bringing the man advantage over towards this HellRaisers side. Now, the bomb plant should be possible at this moment in time, but expect the push. Sandon going to equalize things.
Now a 2-on-2. Both players coming in through market here. They haven't worked it out, but it won't be too long before they realise as they're going to sneak out the door. Flash goes through. Oh, that's a bit of a fail. Still allowing them to peek. I like the crossfire. And what? Dead Fox. Okay. Just flicks back round onto Sando. I assume that round was done and dusted. The players were lining up. That should have just been a spray down, but no. It is going to be HellRaisers round to play with. And not only that, but a reset onto eFuture. Despite the bomb getting down as well, they do save 3 players in the previous round. So actually, they should have money going into this one. And it appears they do to some extent.
I have no idea how Sando doesn't kill him there. Dead Fox is actually facing the other opponent and manages to turn round and kill him. Well, it does finally look like the Dead Fox is alive. And I've been waiting 2 maps to actually make that joke.
Dear.
It's been so quiet so far.
I'm just ignoring your terrible jokes.
But this is why I get paid the big bucks, you know. This is why. Terrible
It's
jokes.
esports
Get
money,
to know.
man.
Rezex starting things off. Getting rid of one of the angels. Oh. Push. Going back into mid. They want to take control of middle. That seems to be an important factor at the moment for the Danes. Be quite a lot of control towards Connector in response, leaving Zero isolated. But towards that B site. Now, that does mean there's a lot of pressure, but he is one of the catalyst players for this team. Someone who can step up. Nice shot from Sandon, though. Already going to be trading one back. They don't expect the second player. However, Mertz is still able to keep himself that kill. Leaving it down to just 2. 1 player per site. The rotation from Zero will be coming in. Neither of these CTs have any utility to play with, but then there's only 1 flashbang actually left over on the T's, and Zero picking up 1 more has made this a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, Bomb's going to be down now. Bondic, he's very close. They don't realise there's a free kill. He knows the second one as well. As Akel's stuck and connected, but the drop from Zero, that we heard. He's still got to be chasing him. He needs to take this one-on-one, and he does. That's a key kill. Now, another one-on-one. Cyclone, who hasn't exposed his position yet, backed inside of the palace. Zero, he's got a bit of an inkling. He knows he's there. He's going to bait it out. Waits for the peek, and there we go. Zero, what a clutch. HellRaisers are going to pick it up 4 rounds to 1. Zero, coming in when they need it.
Yeah, from 0 to hero, you could say.
No.
I couldn't resist. You set it up. I thought you were going to do it first, and you didn't. I was so disappointed.
You know I'm not going to do it. You know I don't think like that.
Oh,
if I was that clever, I would.
Easy puns for days. 4-1. HellRaisers are going to be able to get 1 more on the board. The bomb has gone down in every single round except the second. Will now just be the Deegs play for this T side. Say just. Been doing pretty well so far. Actually, Mertz doesn't have a Deagle. That's pretty much like... Oh! Okay.
Well...
Okay, never mind. I take it back. Oh! He's actually going to get Angel down to 22 HP. What is going on at the moment? Acor has just switched a gear. Now we're going to have Sticko at least equalizing the situation. They've got to be very, very careful. It is still going to be the man advantage back in favor of eFuture.
Is it?
Never mind. HellRaisers.
Got there in the end. And I feel like boosting the person with the Glock is probably the weirdest idea as well. I imagine they were hoping he'd go for a knife, but still not going to be able to get too much done there as he goes into the window room. He could fake a drop at this point with a jump, but Stiko is just holding the outside, waiting for this push to come in. Well, the rest of his team, they set up towards the B site. But again, look at this position from Angel. This is perfect for a free kill as well, especially if they sneak into it, which I can imagine, as they are just playing this one slowly. Sneak on in. There we go. Angel free kill. Drops back down off the box as well. And no trade coming out. 22 HP, makes that spot work. And just posts up in a new angle. His teammates covering the window. That's Dead Fox. But look at Mertz. Oh no, this is exactly what they did before. Oh no, as if that just happened.
How does he even get there?
Stico was holding it, but he rotated off onto the B site, so that's how they dropped him. As soon as they put that pressure on B, very clever. I'm not sure why Stico would rotate without hearing the drop, but he must have faked it. That's just...
I mean, they were never happy. Well, you questioned the Glock, so Mertz has to put you down.
I did call the knife, though. I said they probably just wanted to get the knife, but even so, I did not expect that to happen. Didn't think they'd let him happen. Let him go through like that. Stico should have just held on to it.
Still going to be 5-1 up for HellRaisers. Off to a good start on this map, even if things did go a little bit sketchy in that last round. A lot of damage done, it has to be said. And another bomb plant. Now, you have to look at these last few rounds. 1 player alive, bomb defused. 1 player alive, bomb defused. 2 players alive, bomb defused. Money not being made. And although the rounds are going one way, it's going to be questionable. Now, nice shot. Mertz already down. Aggressive off coming out from DevFox. The confident plays that we want to see from him. Started this map much stronger than the previous, although we are going to see a tag back onto 0 early doors. And meantime, once again, we're going to see the challenge for mid. No real aggression coming out from the remaining CT players. They're playing passively on window, passively on short. And now we're going to see Angel actually look to make a little bit more of a play. Now, they do already have the man advantage, so they don't need to oversell it, but they do want to make sure they actually know where the majority of players are going, rather than just guessing.
Into the ladder room they go. Angel with the wrong angle. Oh, he turns around, exposes his head in sand, and just takes the shot off anyway. Nice kill there. Risky to go for the wallbang, but at least he can't be seen during it, right? So turns it back into a 4-on-4. And eFuture now with the short control, it's going to be very obvious that they're going for this B split. When you're pushed up that 4 on short and you don't commit to the short split, it's just silly. It's just a waste of map control. So you can see that HellRaisers are very aware. They've got 2 left on B. The rotation from DevFox in towards a window just to catch any flank. They don't want Mertz coming in to knife them this time. And 0, he's going to hold down the line. First kill coming out for Acorn though, but Stico again trades. The pistol's out, and this should be enough to clean up the job. Sanders 10 HP, only going to need 1 bullet, and he gets it. HellRaisers 6-1. And eFuture, they need to work on their T-sub Mirage. Right now, they are not having a good day.
Well, yes, it's very interesting to see a team actually utilize not only getting mid control, but getting the bomb down so many times and then still not actually winning a single round. And that was one of the worst. They had so much control, and then the split just got scripted so fast. They had already taken out the player that could have flanked them, so that's where you want to explode onto the site. If you looked just previous moments, 0 was alone on B, and he was just sat on bench, just hoping that they would just miss him and that he wouldn't have to do too much. Instead, by the time they got there, there was already 3 players. Now, we're going to see pistols once again. This is where they explode onto the site. This is where they try and get close and personal, utilizing the smokes. We've seen them do so well with Masandon. It's just going to go flying past. Again, the bomb will go down. Rezek's able to pick up a kill. Nice flank from Mertz. Will be able to get another one, and he's going to try and shut down more, but it's looking like it's going to come down to just Rezek versus 3, and it's not going to happen. Bomb plant will definitely help them out with this next round buy, and in fact give them more money than they will ever need.
Yeah, this is just turning into a phenomenal CT side for HellRaisers. I feel like you might have been right with the prediction so far, Tom, because again, eFuture, you say it, they're getting the bomb down, that's great, but they never seem to succeed in the post plants. Right now, HellRaisers just getting closer and closer to dominating this half, and while we are early days, yes, it's just not looking like they have any chance of stopping this aggression, stopping these rounds from being thrown together. The only one that eFuture have even had is their first buy, and they just got reset right after. So either way, let's see if they can continue with this, or if eventually eFuture will have a bit of a comeback into their T side. Obviously, they need some kind of buffer so they can go into their CT half and afford to play around with those rounds. If not, it's all going to be over very, very shortly.
Again, over towards Palace mostly, which is quite surprising. You don't really normally see the heavier stack of players in Palace, so 3 players pushing out may actually be a bit of a surprise factor. Now, nobody actually looking in that direction. They're going to just push out straight onto the site. DevFox now holding the cross is going to make things a little bit more difficult. Is it going to be much of a return? And it will actually be Bondic to add another to the death toll. Eventually, Mertz will be there to trade onto the AWP. But with the man advantage, there's no real need for the remaining players to actually go aggressive. They're just going to be trying to hold the cross. A lot of utility being expended by these remaining players. But there we go. Cyclone will pick up one, giving them a little bit more hope. And a lot of low players as well, going to make things much, much easier. And in fact, in terms of HP, up until that moment, it was completely identical. 108 for each. But a little bit of a tag will ruin my dreams.
The bomb again going down here. As we can see, these two CTs trying to retake a nade. Perfect. Gonna land on. Oh, 4 HP left on the man. Rezex sitting towards the back of the box. He should not have got away with that one. Peek out though from Mertz, and that's massive. Finally gonna get the opening kill in this retake. As we can see, eFuture take the man advantage, but it's not a great one considering still Bondic is low. But, oh, that peek again from Mertz. I love it. Realizes the molly's flying overhead. Here's that burning. And he's just gonna go for the frag. Take him while he's got a nade in his hand.
And it seems to be Mertz stepping up once more. Ends the life of DevFox. Then adds a little bit more by clutching out the round. Very smart play. Actually, well, every other player on his team at the moment, only with 4 kills in the kitty. Either way, the amount of damage they've done in the previous rounds, how close they've actually been, has meant this round is going to be a little bit sketchy in terms of a buy. Of course, eFuture themselves don't have a huge amount of money, so they can't really afford to be reset straight back. We do expect them to be stronger on that CT side if the previous 2 maps are anything to go by. I'm liking this from Sticko. The trusty mag over towards Palace.
Issue is that gun is if they come in through connector and his teammates die, he's going to have a difficult job of holding down that site. That as well, if he tries to retake, it's not looking good for him. So it's a gun that's great on in certain parts of the map, and certain different maps, but over on A side Mirage, it's very difficult to get it done unless you see a full A push, and you can see that's not happening. Mertz, nice opener there towards connector, peeks up from short and he takes down DevFox. Bondic's going to have to start up to back off, and this is what I'm talking about. Stico, he has to push up ramp now. He has to get in a position where he can either grab himself another gun or flank all the way around. He will be doing that, but look at this rotation. Rezex bringing the bomb back into B. I think they should be able to hear Stico if he carries on making noise, but he starts to sneak. Now this B push coming on with only 1 defender. It's all onto 0 as they split their way through short and apps.
Problem is the rotation that is coming from Sticko has given them information. However, Mertz is actually going to end 1 more life and a second. 3 kills for him already. A lot of low HP players. Maybe the flank can have a little bit more impact than expected. Bondic is going to have to do something quick if they're going to find anything. Push back in. Sticko gets 1. Another for Bondic as well. Bringing it back into a 2 versus 2. Mertz may have to be on for the ace in a moment if Rezik is able to do anything from this position. He will, however, get 1. Now it's down onto Sticko. He grabs a kill, leaving it into a 1 versus 1. Rezik's position is unknown at the moment. He thinks he's still over towards Van, but this is going to leave him a little bit more of a predicament, and Rezix will stand up, get the kill, and get the AWP, leaving things very, very close. But it will be another round on the board for eFuture.
Yeah, just coming down to the wire, but it seems like their only rounds that they've won have been coming down to the wire.
I think most rounds have been, though. Like, even on the CT side, like, Diffuses, 1 player surviving.
Yeah, no, if you look at the previous rounds, only 2 out of the last 5 for the CT side have had, well, all of them apart from 3 out of the 7 rounds have had 2 or less players surviving. So that's actually really, really impressive that eFuture are allowed to do this much damage, and that's why we see HellRaisers on Eco, right? Because they do so much damage. After only losing 2 rounds, they're onto the P250. So it's good to see that eFuture at least, whittling down at the economy despite not being able to string together rounds. That's very important, and it comes a lot to do with not letting people save, going for exit frags. If you lose a round, if you're in like a 1v3, try and get some damage off before you fall, maybe a bomb plant, stuff like that. So eFuture are doing well in that regard, and this setup as well. This is perfect because HellRaisers have an A stack, and look where the bomb and look where the players are.
Like, I'm actually going to go pushing back towards A. This could be problematic. They've got some smokes to play with. P250s at close range. We've already seen players running onto the site in the previous matchup on Mirage, just showing how powerful that P250 is. Look at Angel, not quite going to be able to do anything. Now it's looking like the push may be about to come in. Molotovs are going to be utilized, but actually that doesn't really clear too much of an angle at all. Bondic's still going to be underneath. Is going to be tagged down. Zero is still in the site, looking for 1. Gets the second as well. Doing damage, which is good as well. And actually, we're going to see Dead Fox find another. This is getting a little bit sketchy. All onto Sticko. He's got the Deeg, the trusty Deeg, but Rezex is there to finish. No clean rounds in this game. They do not exist, but at least there's another for the Danes.
Mert's very impressed at the skill. And yeah, a 4-round on the board now for Future. They've got 3 in a row. So at least the reset is kind of out of the question now as they start to build up some cash. But, well, I mean, to some extent, right? Again, you're right in the sense that these rounds are coming close. And wait, what? Mertz doesn't have a gun. Cyclone can drop in an AK. He has 3.5k, and Mertz is on a Tech 9.
This.
Do they think HellRaisers are eco? They just eco.
I think they might have thought they forced, and that was actually with armor behind it. So.
Oh no.
I think that might be a little bit of a misread, and that he was just saving up to try and get an AWP or something in the next round, but it is a little bit of a misread. Luckily for them, they've already got the man advantage pushing in. Sticko is going to go down through the smoke. Nice work from Sandon to complete the spray. Well, after what was a few good rounds from HellRaisers winning all the clutches, I think they're just going to have to duck back out of this one.
That position from Angel, though, he did so much damage through the smoke. Acorn and Rezex trying to get that bomb plant down originally for ramp, and they just get completely tagged up all the way down to 30 and 20. Have to reposition the bomb over towards, I think that is default. But either way, doesn't take a kill. I think if he got a kill or two there, that would have really been a attempt at a retake for HellRaisers. But now, yep, 5 on 3, full save going on. Keep those guns into the next round. And eFuture, I mean, despite having that Tech 9 on Mertz, the misread, as you say, which does make sense, it's not going to matter. They make it work. So even more money, really, considering he took that into a buy round, and they still make it work. Although he does go down, however, that won't matter because they can still buy up the AWP on one of these players. You can see, I mean, even Mertz can get armor and then get a gun drop from him by one of 3 players with 5k or over. So yeah, he's going to be fine with the AWP coming into this one. It will get dropped on over.
Going on from... I'm really surprised HellRaisers don't buy in that situation.
Oh yeah.
They could have dropped a rifle, like a M4 over to one of the players and then a FAMAS or a UMP. I feel like this is a little bit of a wasted opportunity.
I think the reason is we're going into the last couple of rounds of the half, right? So if they buy up around this and they lose it, they go into their next buy. They have to eco one, then they go into their next buy.
They got max loss.
Oh no, they don't have to eco one. No. So they go into their next buy with only 3 people buying, right? Because yeah, no, their next buy will be so weak because they'll have to have not only 2 rifles dropped, they'll also have to have Dead Fox and Stico buying up full nades to use all their money. So 4 people won't have money going into their next buy. So it's more of a if we lose. I know it's not good thinking in the mindset of if we lose, but realistically, it's safer going for this than fully committing to a buy and therefore having nothing in the next round. Because right now they'll have this and a buy next round no matter what happens.
It's
whereas the alternative is
about 90% of teams would have gone for it in this situation.
Yeah, but that does make sense because they have a lot of cash in the reserves, right? You can justify it, I mean.
Yeah, you could definitely justify it. It's just a bit odd. You're not going to see Angel, though. Maybe it does not matter. He lights them up. Okay, 3 for Angel. Why even bother buying when you've got one man who can do the job? Rezex is looking to trade back, but it's done. They only needed 1 weapon in that round.
Dear, oh dear. Great stuff from HellRaisers. Or Angel, not HellRaisers, just Angel. He goes from 7 to 10 kills, which is a bit of an upgrade, but whatever. As we go into the second last of the half now, eFuture, they're going to be the ones struggling to buy up. And I don't know, I understand the buy, but it's not really a good one, isn't it? It's just on the edge. We've got Mertz on the AWP, which is good, but Cyclone's on a Tech 9, and Rezex is just on a Khalil. And already the AWP is out for the count as Dead Fox. He takes down 2. He's going hungry here. Quick couple of kills onto Mertz and Cyclone.
Smoke is going to fall over towards jungle, but no fear at the moment. Angel going to add another to his collection. Bondic closing 1 more, and this leaves just Sand, and he's picked up that trusty AWP. Should be at least able to get 1, but they just don't need to peek him from this point onwards. Just let him have that AWP set at the top of the mid. Try and make some sort of play. Because they keep peeking and maybe they take some damage themselves.
Yeah, I feel like at this point they're just going to hunt, right? They've got the money to do so. They don't want him to hold onto the gun. With a minute on the clock, it's already looking like they're going to be close outside. 0. Oh, I think Sandon may have conned on. Oh no, this is so unlucky. Yeah, his rifle's going to stick out, and there we go. He has an extra half a second reaction just to kind of get that kill. Sandon goes down, and boom. HellRaisers 9-5.
What a way to make a living.
No money. It is indeed a way to make a living, Tom, but not a great one because they only have $2,000. I got the joke, by the way. I'm just ignoring it.
We are going to see the force from this T-side. No surprise, it is the last round of the half. They'll have the AK onto Sand and everybody else with the pistols. Going to attempt some aggressive plays. Nice early damage through the wall from Angel. In the meantime, the bomb actually making its way over towards the A site relatively aggressively as well onto ramp. Obviously, there's quite quick rotations through underpass for the remaining players. It's looking like they're expecting some sort of aggression. The thing is, the CT side obviously with a much better buy going into this one and not really expecting CTs to over push. Obviously, they don't want to find out information, but well, you've already got DevFox spotting over towards middle. Now we are going to see this push coming in. Rezix is the start. Nice kill from Sand, and that rifle actually pulling one out the bag. Actually gets a second as well. Maybe this is just going to work out for them. Rezix capitalizing and 3 quick kills. Sand may only be on 1. It's down to just Angel and 0.
Again, that's 2 rounds in a row. A round has been won that shouldn't have. HellRaisers with the triple rifle, double non-investment, right? And then we have eFuture pull up a Tech 9 round in which they actually managed to break to 6.5, and that's quite good as well. 6-9, I think it's a really, really fair half considering the matchup of these two teams and how close this series has been so far. I don't think Zero has much of a chance of doing it. The time is already out. He has a crossfire setup as well to deal with. Almost a team kill from Cyclone, but eFuture, they're going to make it work. 6-9, very, very good across the board. Don't think that this could be an issue for either team. It's just all going to matter again on that pistol round.
Yeah, no, this is pretty much what I would consider to be the standard half on Mirage. Obviously, I think we have seen a lot more T-sided halves come in throughout the tournament so far, but mainly because we've seen weaker CT sides. I think we saw like Quantum, for example, pull out some T-sides just because they're so aggressive over. But we are going to look to see whether or not they can actually pull this one back. Now, obviously, both these teams so far have been better on their CT sides. Haven't really seen too much from the T-sided rounds. And with the way things started, it looked like HellRaisers could have just run away with this, winning all of the clutches. But finally, a little bit of a comeback. A lot at the hands of Mert. 17 and 12 at the moment. Top fragging in the whole game. See if there's anybody on the other side of things. Again, DevFox did look to wake up a little bit more. And, well, in this round at least, he's going to be the one holding the utility. And I'm definitely interested to see where that Molotov is going to be used.
Yeah, it's very, very rare that you see Molotovs bought on Mirage T-side pistol. More so on, you know, Train, for example, over towards that B site, but not so much on Mirage. Either way, smoke going out from DevFox out going deep here. It's going to be how him getting the opener. Mertz goes down, and HellRaisers, they've got the first pick. Going to be pushing their way fast up towards short here. There's Rezix. He's the only man to hold this one off after that pick. He's going to be holding it from the market. Spots out the first. They cross so safely, and already 2 making their way to the site. Zico, he gets away alive, and Rezix unable to get any damage off.
Yeah, this is going to make things very, very difficult on the retake, especially now that we know that this Molotov has just been saved for afterplants. Nice shot from Akol. Will be able to give things back for a second. Sticko's positioning should make this absolutely impossible for him unless his teammates can make a little bit of a distraction. Sticko will get that kill. Nice shot from Rezix to open one up. But Molotov, no kit, make things look very difficult. But now the Molotov's gone. Maybe there's a slight opportunity. They will have to pick this up very, very quickly. Bait them out. There's another one. Zero going to be the last one left alive. But it's just going to have to be the stick coming out here. Well, Zero will push back in, lose his life in the end. But it doesn't matter. Pistol goes the way of HellRaisers. Sandon just going to save a little bit of Kevlar.
Yep. Either way, I mean, going into the second half now, it's going to be very difficult to justify my my call on eFuture, right? Because HellRaisers, they're going to be up to 10-6. And wow, not playing any games today. They're pulling up the big guns. It's going to be AKs, 1 Galil, and Angel just on a UMP. I mean, even at this point, I'd justify a UMP on the side of Bondic, because, I mean, Galil's just kind of useless, and you can't really take it into rifle rounds the same way you can take UMPs in, so even so, it's not going to matter too much.
Oh, goodbye, Mertz.
Yeah,
it's nice knowing you.
He's not got to smoke.
Nothing that can be done in that situation. Obviously, they are just looking towards pistols to try and do as much damage. The one thing about this sort of... What? A core, okay. That was ridiculous. Dicko just gets decimated. But what I was going to say, the one thing about these rounds is, obviously, every gun you drop is more and more costly because it's such heavy investment over on that T side. The way they make money is by keeping it clean. Now, this position from Sandon would be lovely if they weren't pushing B.
Yeah. Either way, entries are going to be easy here for HellRaisers. Rezex, he is exposed, but okay. One tap from Dead Fox. It's going to be the bomb down as well. At least keeping the 3 rifles in play for the time being. And eFuture left again on the retake. Got Cyclone just on that Deagle trying to sneak his way out through the market. But I think Sandon's probably just going to straight up save this one. Cyclone does get taken down from Bondic. And Sandon exits at a max, I imagine. But I don't think he'll be committing anytime soon. No kit, no nades. And he'll just be holding out. And we see a pause called out from eFuture. I think it's a good call as well. It's starting to trickle away from them. If they just play it safe, it's going to be the best decision to make. But wait, tech pause. It's not even a tactical pause, Tom. For God's sake.
That's why I said nope. I would have, like, I was a little bit questioning it just because they can't actually buy into this round. So I always find that you want to take the pause going into your buy rounds just because you know for a fact that pistol rounds can change things. You may want to buy, not to buy, what to invest based on how you see the other team playing. So say you see, like, you spot something out, although it may not be a common factor, it could be something that you, like, work into a strat. So I'm always a big fan of it just coming before. Obviously, some people would disagree. That's fine. I don't care about their opinion. But either way, we are going to have just that for the CT side. Obviously, it can pull out the big plays. We will have the AWP, or very, very likely, unless Mertz decides he wants to just go with a rifle for the round in the next. So that'll be round number 19. But HellRaisers, again, strong position, and we said it in the last. It's very, very unlikely that if you win both pistols, you lose the game. Like, it's very difficult. You have to make huge amounts of mistakes. And we're in an almost identical position once again, where HellRaisers in the last map won both pistols, won the game. They've won both pistols here. Unless there's some sort of crazy upset, they're about to win the follow-up rounds. And then, well, they already have a 6-round advantage going on to their T side.
I mean, the fact that eFuture seems so reluctant to even call in a pause, like a tactical pause instead of a technical one, just makes me think that they are having struggles. And I mean, as well as that, right? They've always had in the previous matches. I don't know if this is to do with them being picked up by eFuture, but when they were known as Fish123, they always had Fetish coaching. They had a boot camp a couple of weeks ago as well, where they had him there in person.
Did you say Fish?
So, Fetish, the old Dignitas player.
I thought you said Fish123.
No. Fetish.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you said Fish123.
If I did, someone
123.
Can someone verify whether I said Fish or Team in the chat? I don't know. Fish123 are playing a UK Masters game right now, so they were earlier at least. So it's been a long day. Okay, I'm jet lagged.
Jet lagged from 2 hours.
Anyway, Team Fish123, Team 123, whatever they're called. They had Fetish under being the coach, and now this is the first match I've seen them in the last few weeks. Oh, I said Fish123 again. It's the first match I've seen in the last few weeks. They don't have Fetish as a coach. I feel like that may affect it. He was there. I don't know how much impact he has in terms of calling, but I know he's experienced, right? So he maybe the guy's going, let's take a timeout, let's just have a chat, sort out what's happening. So going into this, maybe, I don't know if he's not under the eFuture lineup, not as a coach, or he was just helping out. I don't know the actual situation. Maybe this could be affecting their play.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we know the impact of coaches. That's why they're in such high regard. But we will see whether or not that is going to be the case. And going into this round, as said, not expecting too much. They do have the stack over onto this A site, leaving the one-man army of Rezex with the P250. And obviously, if this is done correctly, Zero should just be the info man, just push around with that UMP, find out if there is a stack, and then the team should just hit the other side. That's the basic way to go about things. Obviously, if you lose that it's not the end of the world. It might be brought in to the next round at least, but that's about it. It's not going to be the worst thing here. And you can actually see at the moment, Zero is just sort of feeling out the map, checking a few angles. The rest of the team are just waiting over towards middle, where they can split in either direction.
Yeah, and this information from Zero is going to be crucial if he can push in and clear out the site. Obviously, the close pistol may be dangerous, but still, let's see how it works. He's going to start to make his way in. There's only Rezex to try and defend this one, but he will get spotted. There we go. Dink. Kill comes out from Zero, though. Now they can take control of the site. And there we go. 3B site. eFuture left on the retake. HellRaisers at 12. This is pretty much, well, closer and closer by the second to a HL win. Which, I don't know. I want to say like you expect it, but the way that eFuture played on the first map makes me completely flip my prediction over, even though they lost
I
cash.
expected it. You know?
Shut up, Tom. Your predictions are always guesses. You flip a coin for your prediction.
No, I don't even have any coins.
No, you dude, you're only on that cash, the
Yeah,
note
no,
grind.
I
only on
flip a
hundreds.
note.
No, I'm only on that 100 grind.
Then I burn it afterwards. Yeah, you know, like, clearly a baller.
Esports Skrilla. You play in all these UK teams, so you know what the salaries are like there, man. Whew.
Well, obviously casually beating Flipside yesterday, so
Yeah.
UK teams.
What's your name? Alex Snoddy. That's spicy.
I feel like no one in the chat gets that joke
No,
whatsoever.
no one will get that
Not
joke.
one
It's just-
person will get. If you
it's
get that
just-
joke, I appreciate you. But also, you watch UKCS, so you probably have a problem. Either way, it is going to be the buyback up. Mertz on the AWP. This is what we've wanted to see for a while now, and he's going to go very aggressive over towards short. Pushing up, flashbangs will be out, but he's going to get the first pick and fade away. Nothing that can be done from the remaining HellRaisers players to trade. And he's even going to go rotating back into window to try and take another angle.
See, Future have got the opener now. The issue is, obviously, with the setup over towards A, we've only really got one player for the time being. That's Acor. Luckily enough, HellRaisers aren't going to be pushing right in, but Mertz will rotate back in with the AWP. And still, slow control from HellRaisers up towards middle. Nothing too fast. But we're expecting to see this window boost, which we've seen a real lack of this mid control from Future. Mertz has not really been picking up the AWP over towards edge, playing over towards A or B. But actually, they're just going to go for the full connector control. This is still very dangerous because Cyclone, he's not got to focus on both connector and window just in case this boost comes out. Either way, they smoke off jungle. I like this. HellRaisers push right in. Look at the aggression. They're already deep in the site. This is perfect here. As a player towards ramp, Acor, he does get one. Make that two as well. No trade. He's 2 HP. How is he still alive? Mertz is doing damage as well. And it's all onto Deadbox. This is perfect from Mertz. Mertz, call him Perfs.
What?
No.
I have no idea what that was even supposed to mean.
Perfs. It doesn't work.
I still don't get what you're trying to say.
Like perfect, but with a Z, like perfs.
Get out. Like, that is the worst. That's not even a joke.
Mertz is no.
I feel like that's called dyslexia. Like, just not being able, like, just changing random letters. Like,
Mertz it. He's Mertz it.
Just stop. Just, you're not allowed to do jokes anymore. That was terrible. We are going to see the buyback up for both teams. Luckily, HellRaisers had some money to spare. And this time, Acor going to be taken down with his aggression into Palace. But have the rest of the team still building up over towards middle. One thing that's been a little bit lackluster for eFuture is their mid control. Well, fool me once, shame on me, but the second time, come on, man. It's going to be Bodnik again with the headshot in Palace. Can he get a third? Yes, he can. Mertz is nothing anymore. It's all going to come down to Rezex on the site. Instantly taken down. Well, that would just be sand and left to fall away.
So unfortunate that round. Bondik put Mertz into the dirts.
Have you got problems?
I'm just trying to upset you at this point. I don't care anymore. I'm just upsetting you. Ooh.
Do you want a
I'm tired. Go away.
Okay, that's enough of that. We're going to see Sandin looking to try and save his weapon into the next round in terms of economy. I can't. That was the worst joke I've ever made in my life. That actually really hurt. Money is not great over on that
We're
CT side.
professionals.
They may be able to get a buy together. Obviously 13-7. And HellRaisers looking to close this one out.
Well, anyway, yes. Remove all Mert's memes from my head. eFuture's money, not looking good right now. It's going to have to be the eco. Please don't buy. Please, preferably, you know. Let HellRaisers get that 14th round, then you can go for the buy. You'll have the rifles, have everything you need. All will be back on Mert's as usual. The issue is, this is, of course, another round given to HellRaisers for free. The eco is, I don't imagine, going to be an issue for the HellRaisers side, at least in terms of shutting it down. That reset was just so unfortunate for eFuture. Now we go into this one. Aggressive mid-control early on. But the Palace push from Aco. Oh, no, that's not a good start. Bondic, again in Palace, yep. Tom. He's opening things up.
The saying is sort of gone by this point. It's like, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me 4 times. It's a little bit worrying to see that sort of aggression. And Bondic will just walk away with these kills, say thank you very much. Padding his stats a little bit. Sandin will be able to trade. That's the one rifle. Now, it has been spotted. Obviously, on the other side of things, they don't really know how much they've invested, and Zero through the edge of the wall is going to get another one. And now the sort of B stack that's in play, it's not very useful. I would say Sandin just fade away, save the weapon. Rest of the team, try and get some exits, try and get a rifle. Best case, you grab the AWP. But actually winning this round, not really going to happen. And pushing through the murder hole, well, it's called that for a reason.
Yep. He got... No, I'm not going to do it. Bondic coming in from the flank. Oh, I'm surprised he didn't go for the knife there, but to be honest, it was a bit of an upper position. Could have been difficult. Mertz is going to be alone. Just them chasing him down for the $300 kill reward. They don't want him to say the USP, Tom. That's an expensive weapon. And they have spotted him. Angel knows where he is. There we go. Oh, Angel whiff. There we go. He gets it. 14 rounds to HellRaisers. Only 2 off, closing out this series and proceeding to join Spirit in the next stage of the bracket. I think that'll be an interesting one. A CIS battle.
Yeah, CIS and Hungarian.
Yeah.
But
a majority CIS.
I like how that then becomes Europe. Normally it goes a little bit more heavy on the CIS, but it's fine.
Doesn't that make them just technically a CIS team because they got the majority from CIS? If you have like 4 South Americans and 1 North American, it doesn't make it a North American team. It makes it a South American. Although they're not different continents, that's the difference. I don't know. Screw it. Rush into B here from HellRaisers. Entry comes in from Zero. Rezix will trade from short, though, with the AWP rotating back in through the market. Nice shot from Acor. Tonight, a bit more presence here from HellRaisers side, but still, he's going to walk into the next one. Now Mert's the only man left with the AWP on the CT side. He's going to have to go big, or he's going to have to go home, and I think they should be going home in this one, just saving it. As HellRaisers, they have full control of the site. Bomb is down, and another one from Deadfox. There's the AWP gone. Cyclone playing close, but it's no issue for Stiko. 15 rounds to the CIS team, or the European team.
Of course, there's eFuture. Slovakian as well. I didn't even think about that.
Oh, yeah.
Makes it a little bit more interesting, but Slovakian, Hungarian. So yeah, okay, fair enough. My bad. It's late. Passed him for a while. Clearly, you can tell as the jokes have gone down the toilet. But lovely shot from Mertz with the D. Gonna look for a second. Not quite able to capitalize. It is going to be the last-ditch effort. The jumble sale by everything invested. Try and save this situation. 15-7. Only 1 CT round currently won. Not too many more over on their T side either. Not really able to build up that economy that we wanted to see. No double AWP setups have come in at all. Barely even seen the singular AWP. But the mini AWP will be in this round as Mertz has picked up that first kill. Gonna see mid control fall once again.
Yeah, Angel, good wallbang there. Cyclone's going to walk in just to spot it. He crosses safely, but with 34 HP remaining, that nade could do some damage, and Mertz will get a little bit tagged, but nothing too significant. He's although down to 7. As these players start to push up short. And this is it. This is the kryptonite here for eFuture. This short control from HellRaisers has been so dominant this game. And every time they hit B through short, they seem to have won it. So now eFuture left pretty much on the retake, although Rezek's going to deny the first. He will get traded. Bondik does that. And it's actually the man advantage for eFuture, but still the site control almost under the way of HellRaisers. One more snake in the grass to take, and Bondik will do exactly that. There's a 3-on-3 in play. Sander will at least get one as the one goes down.
Wonders. Deadfox very low, but it's still going to be straight back. And actually, Mert spotted towards short. Bondik will go for the reload, but finish him off anyway. It's going to be down to just a core pushing in through the market. Got 2 players to find. Hasn't actually spotted onto Bondik. Bondik now making the play, and it's going to be finished off. Bondik definitely having a very good T-side of this map, waking up when it was needed, and a dominant second map actually comes in for HellRaisers, who continue forward in this tournament. Commiserations have to be said to eFuture. They did put up a good fight, winning the first map of Cobblestone, and after that, it didn't really seem to go the way. Either way, that is it for tonight. I want to say, if you did enjoy this, you probably are a little bit mad and a bit weird, but you can click !casters in the chat, follow us both on Twitter, or just tweet us how much you hated the cast. Of course, joining me was Hugo, who has lost probably the will to live at this point, so I'll let him close it, just as a thank you.
Yeah, we will, of course, be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. CET, if I'm correct, or whatever time zone we're on right now. And that will be for Fnatic versus Fnatic Academy as the first match. So if you want to watch the best game since IEM, be sure to check that out. I think that's going to be I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Fnatic versus Fnatic Academy. We'll have a couple of best of 3s then. Be sure to join Tom and I for our usual ramblings, and it will be a fantastic evening, I'm sure. So see you then. Check out our Twitters. Follow Starladder. We'll see you soon.
Let me disarm you. I'm not trying to own you.